everybody, Fatty Boombalatty here with a beer review, and tonight it's going to be Sweetwater So Fine 16. It's a red wheat wine ale, and I'm going to try to read the back. I kind of mess up, but it says all groans up for now. It does say groans. Or at least in our minds we are. Hair in new spots, lawn jobs at school, proficient in poaching second-story windows, and most importantly, we got a license to ride. Speaking of the ride, the last 16 years have been a blur, but a very good blur, like driving 140 miles an hour and trying to focus on a single tree in the forest. Yup, blur. All along, not forgetting who we are, where we came from, and where we're going. The speedometer ain't pegged, 'cause it says 180. For our super heady 16-year Annie beer, we stepped on the gas and headed down the road less traveled. Our B-Day present to ourselves is a racy red wheat wine ale. Racy red wheat wine ale. Racy wheat wine, okay, it repeats it a lot. Sucker. The SSAB, not SSAB, rips down the road at alcohol 11% by volume. Yep. Fueled by a 45% wheat bomb with an afterburner hop shot of Amarillo, Willamette, Nelson Sauvin, and U.S. Goldings that pushes this baby to the limit of sensory overload. Get in, sit down, hold on, shut up. I like that. Shut up. A little older and a little less wise, even better looking after 10 beers, and yeah, still acting like 16-year-olds. 16? I think I peaked at 14. I mean, I leveled off at 14. Anyway, let's open it. Sorry about the ramble. I don't know if anybody really cares. But I'm going to put it in a goblet because it seems special. One of my Trappists. Ooh. It looks amber, but it's like a dark amber, kind of cloudy. Now this is warmed up a bit. 'Cause it's been sitting out of the refrigerator for a second. Oh gosh. Smells sweet. Raisiny, boozy. Yeah, it smells boozy. Now, wheat, I can't ever really pick out wheat, but I'm getting a mild citrus. I guess that's from the hop, but it's a sweet citrus. I'm not getting a real powerful smell here, just sweet notes, definitely dried fruit, raisins, like gold raisins and dark raisins, and booze. Definitely booze. Definitely booze. Wow. It's let me take one more sip. It isn't as sweet as it smells, but it is sweet. The way the flavors mix really hide the booze. It really does. I mean, it smells boozy, but it doesn't taste boozy until it goes down and you kind of feel that heat in your throat and going down into your chest. There is sort of a remnants, a reminder of a barley wine with the sweetness and the booziness. but it's more beery. Definitely taste the hops, but it's not overloaded with hops. I guess even though they've put a whole bunch of different kinds, I guess the way they're blended really smooths it out. It is really smooth, and I do get the fruit that I mentioned in the scent. But wow, it's hard for me to really separate the flavors. I'm just amazed how smooth it is. It kind of has a, I don't know, not that it's not complex, but it has a single note quality. Does that make sense? Like mostly raisin. Like top notes, middle notes, base notes, that kind of thing. Like even a single scent has a variety of things going on, and that's the way this is, if that makes sense. I really like this, but I wish there were more discernible flavors. Like I can sort of taste the dried fruit, but not as heavily as I want to. You know what I mean? You really want it to delve into those deeper, darker flavors, and it doesn't do that, but it's not unpleasant at all. The carbonation is pretty decent. It didn't give much of a head. Doesn't give much of it anyway. There's some lace retention there. Slick mouthfeel. Kind of thick, you know, but not as thick as maybe a chewy stout or whatever. But I wish I could say more. I'm sure some beer snob out there could give it a rambling, you know, review of like 15 different flavors in it, but I don't get it. I mean, it's very good. I get fruit, mostly dried, maybe some plum. There's some kind of grapey wine aspect to it. I guess that's when I mentioned the barley wine. Yeah, there's something, I guess as it's warming and warming, it's been sitting out, and then as I talk, it's warming more. I think I'm getting more intense flavors. I think this might be a warmer-upper. I'll quit blathering. This is really good. I wish I could give a more complex review, but any beer snob would probably like this. Maybe even a non-beer snob, except for the strength of it. It's a little, you know, burns going down a little bit. But yeah, I like it. I would say serve it to friends, and it's interesting to taste. Okay, bye.